Hey everybody, Ernie here with Wicked Awesome Gifts, and I've got a little short video today. I'm going to try to keep this one under 10 minutes. Let's see if it works. So, I'm in the process of doing tumblers for one of my customers. There's the white, we're doing pink now. There's purple and light blue and light pink I already did, and I got one more over there. So, I got room in the laser, so I keep my thing in there. It's a little tiny improvement on workflow. Instead of keeping over here and having to go back and forth and go back and forth, I can usually fit a case in there. So I'll keep a case of colors in there. That way they're right there handy. And it seems silly, but when you're doing 6 cases, 24, do the math, it's 144, and you save 3 seconds per cup, it adds up. So anyway, what I want to talk about today, and this is almost done, so we're going to use this one engraving now as an example, is and I'm going to do some more videos on this and later. Oh, I'm bleeding. Alright, I picked a mosquito off my face. Anyway, we're going to do some talks one day, but for now, this is how I feel you measure success, okay, in an engraving, not in life. But some of it probably relates. So I was just sitting here doing these and watching some videos, because I watch videos when I'm doing my batches. And I was watching an old clip from JDS when the girl on there cleaned up something. And part of my normal routine is to engrave it. And then, here, I'll show you. There's my normal tray. I'll engrave it. I'll hit it with a toothbrush. I sometimes use the magic eraser, sometimes I don't. It all depends, and then I wipe it down with a cloth. And the reason I say sometimes is because sometimes you don't get it all off, right? But you should. So, with our Facebook group, and I'll put a link in the description. Oh, it's done. Almost perfect timing. I run my mouth too much. So, in our Facebook group, we're getting a lot of new members, right? Here over the next season, Christmas season, you're going to see a lot of new members. A lot of new lasers coming out. These things are getting cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. Okay, the prices on the diodes are really coming down. That means they're more affordable. That means more people that always maybe had a curiosity about them are going to start buying them, and then they're not going to know what the hell to do because they didn't do their research. They didn't do anything they're supposed to do. So that's not a slam on them. That's just the way life works, right? And we've all been there. We've all been new. So some of you elitist pricks out there need to remember that we've all been new. We maybe didn't buy a $5,000 machine before we knew what to do with it, but you know, we've all been new. So now they're sub $600, right? Yeah, everybody's buying them. So just be prepared for that. And those of you that are part of a group environment, be prepared for that, because people are going to be coming in and they're not going to know what to do, and they're going to show you garbage, right? Now, since I run my Facebook group and we're almost at like 3,000, let me grab a test cup over here. Did I say 3? I don't know what the hell I just said. 6,000 people. Someone is undoubtedly going to... No, this one doesn't look bad. This one I was testing. I did this without a rotary. I laid it flat when I bought the 4-inch lens. It's a little stretched, so I got to tweak that a little bit. And this one was focal distance testing. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I got lots of test cups. Let me find one that's crappy. That one's pretty good. All right, actually, there's some yuck. This one I did laying down as well. I didn't use a rotary on this one. Oh, shit. Almost hit something with my butt. This one is not a good example. All right, now the one time I want a bad example, I can't find one, but trust me, I have them. Whatever, I'll use this other one. Okay, so I will try to zoom in a little close, but someone undoubtedly will post up an image because they're happy that they made something, and that's cool. You know, we don't want, I tell you guys all the time in the group, we don't want to shit on people, even when their engraving is disgusting, right? Some people aren't asking for our advice. We have to remember that. They're not asking our opinion. They're just saying, hey, look what I made. Isn't it cool? You know, inside we're going, no, it's not cool. It looks like shit. But, you know, if they don't ask, you know, sometimes you can politely inject your opinion, but, you know, if they're not asking your opinion, just shut up. But anyway, so let's pretend I just made this and I posted online, right? I'm like, hey, cool, I just did a thing. Look at my cup. Now the sunlight is blocking out what I call the crap. But if you look closely, you can see some residue or burn marks. Where's my pointer? I'm yelling out like I got a person in here. There ain't nobody in here. All right, so if you look real close, you can see burn marks, okay? And I don't think this is residue. I think this is actual burn marks. I think I cooked this one. But it's not good. And I wish I had a better... Where's my other samples? I wish I had a better one, because I know I've got a crappy one around here somewhere. Whatever. I wanted this to be short. We're pushing 6 minutes already. So, let's pretend that this is the one, and someone posted that up and said, hey, look at my engraving, it's great. And we all know this is not good, right? I would never sell this. I would never give this to a customer. It's why I still have it. Okay? It's a test cup now. I still got room to do things and test things. So, what's the point? What's the point of all this? Is that we're going to see that stuff. And knowing that we're going to see that, and knowing that I built this community to try to help people, I want to help people. So, before you go and post your item on an online group or forum, not just mine, anyone, anywhere, excuse me, make sure it's done right, or suffer the wrath of the internet, right? But some people don't know what's right. Some people, you don't know what you don't know. And me bragging, okay, this one's not been cleaned, but this is done right, okay? This is what you want. You want clean, consistent, no burn marks, no residue, no nothing. Same thing, all of mine look the same, all right? So, a lot of people don't know and don't know how to get there. So we're going to circle all the way back, having gone off on a tangent. What's the point of this video? What are we talking about? Okay, so how do you yourself measure success on something you just engraved? So, I always do the toothbrush, the magic eraser thing, and I watched the video, and the lady just took her thing off the laser. Granted, she had one of them $40,000 lasers, but she took her bottle off the laser, sprayed it with some LA Awesome, and wiped it. That's it. She didn't scrub it. She didn't hit it with a toothbrush. She didn't hit it with a magic eraser. She wiped it. And she didn't cut. She wiped it, showed it. It was pretty. I was like, fuck. I wonder if I can do that with mine. Have I been sitting here scrubbing the shit out of my cups for months for no reason? I don't know. Let's see. So I took one off and I wiped it. It didn't quite come off all the way. So I raised up 1% on my power because my speed's good. Side note on a tangent, when you are adjusting things like that, micro adjusting to dial in your settings, you want to deal with a static and a variable. You don't want to deal with two variables. So we're mostly going to, if you got your LPI right, you know where that's at. You're mostly going to be dealing with speed and power. You're going to want to leave one of those alone when you're micro adjusting, because if I go down a little bit of power, up a little bit of speed, that could be way off. Then I have to go back to where I was and go the other direction. Then go back to the other, and it hurts your brain, right? Leave a constant. So my constant in my case is normally always going to be speed, because I have my off-scan settings set for 5 or 6 different speeds that I like to use, and with those speeds I know how long the job's going to take. So now I'll adjust my power down to match those speeds, so I know this job takes X amount of time, I'm going to make X amount of money. So, side note, sidebar, a lot of you are probably going, bah? What the hell is he talking about? That's all the math you do in your head when you're running your business, okay? So, yeah, so we pull this off and we wipe it, and I just upped the power like 2%. I ended up going 1% and it wasn't good enough, so then I did another and it was fine. So, let's see if the laser embarrasses me on a video, right? This is going to be really hard to do one-handed. I didn't think this through. Let me get this tumbler box over here. One of these days I'm going to get a real camera set up, maybe. Alright, so check this out. We're going to take this, and I just took it. Y'all know me, I don't edit nothing, so this is real. I just took this off the laser and it's dirty. We are going to spritz it with the LA Awesome, and now we're going to wipe it down. I'm giving it a little elbow grease, but it's all slimy if you get it under the underside and you can't hold the damn cup. I'm giving it a little bit elbow grease probably, but not much. I'm just wiping it down. Look at that. Is that not the coolest fucking thing you ever seen? and this tickles me, guys. This makes me laugh, right? Because, God, you know, to a new person, I might look like a professional. You know, people might think I know what the hell I'm... For those of you that have been following me from the beginning, I just started my business last November, so it's only been 11 months. I started in November, and I didn't start really selling until December. No, I'm lying. I bought it in October, and I started... My plan was to learn and create in November, and then start selling in December. And that's a whole nother video. We'll get into the evolution of Wicked Awesome Gifts. But to do that, right? I don't know how many of you, now there might be people in here who have been doing this for a while. I go, yeah, no shit, I do that all day. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Thanks for letting everybody know. Yeah, that's where you can get to. So appreciate that. Anyway, so I like to share, and I'm like, look, I just engraved this. I just sprayed it with Awesome, and I just wiped it with a microfiber cloth. I didn't scrub the shit out of it. I didn't use the magic eraser. Now, there are going to be times, if I look really close, I don't even see... Sorry, guys, this tickles me. I just literally did this for the first time before I started the video. So I only did 2 other cups this way. I'm going to finish these. I got 30 left, 40, 35 left. So I'm going to do them all this way and see what happens. But, damn. So this is, I want this to be encouragement for some of you new people. Now we're at 12 minutes. I went over my 10 minutes, but I'm going to stop here in a second. But I want this to be encouragement because a lot of new people, and they see things like this, especially on other YouTubers. Somebody's like, here's how we engrave wine tumblers. They'll throw it on there, they'll engrave it, they'll clean it. Look, that's how you do it. And that's it. They don't tell you shit. So I'm not going to go over settings with you. You guys know that because it's different for every laser. 100% bottom line. I prove it every day. People are finally starting to come on and go, hey, he's not lying, he's right. He gave me his settings, I tried them, it didn't work, I had to adjust. So, even for the, don't get me started on the whole, I just need a starting point. Your starting point is your testing. Stop fooling yourself, stop lying, stop believing everything you see on the internet as I post a video on the internet. Alright, stop believing everything you see on the internet except me. Now, seriously guys, I want this to be encouragement for some of you that you can get to this level, and you can get to this level pretty quickly. I'm pretty happy with my, I don't want to say the word success. I'm not trying to come off egotistical like a shitbag, but I've struggled with tumblers, okay? I can look back in my posts, and I can probably find some shit that I posted that was not pretty, and people were probably nice to me and didn't be honest with me and say, hey, that looks like shit, here's what you need to do. So if any of you ever post something up and I'm like, hey, maybe you should raise the LPI 2% or 2 numbers, or maybe you should lower your speed 3%. Don't just blow me off of being a butthole that I'm just trying to tell you what to do. Think about it for a minute. There's a lot of people that have gone through what you're going through, and they might have had that exact same problem and fixed it up quick. Now, if you're one of those people that want to learn on your own, cool. Don't post your problems on the internet then, but, you know. Go ride the struggle bus. Nobody cares. Go drive it. But if you want to learn, you know, listen to some folks, and then don't just take anyone's advice. Make sure they have product that you can look at and see that it's good. Because if some dude's posting up a bunch of ugly ass tumblers and he gives you advice, you probably don't want to take his advice, right? Okay. So, long story short, I am at the point now, at least for the pink, I got to try a few more colors, that I can engrave it, spray it, wipe it, and I'm done. And that is so freaking amazing to me. If you've ridden the struggle bus, and I drove it head off a cliff, all right? I was on that struggle bus. I struggled with these, especially on my X-Tool. Yeah, I'm using the CO2 now, guys, but the same results would happen on my X-Tool, okay? And I've actually got the X-Tool more dialed in than my CO2s. I'm still learning the CO2s. So, I can do this on an X-Tool 100%. 100%. I'm not going to do it because it's in the camper and taken apart, but I'm not going to put it together just for a video. But when I finish the shop, I will have the X-Tool up and running so that I can do things on it for you as well. So there will be more X-Tool videos coming, just so you know. But yeah, I struggled a lot. So to get to this point, this makes me really happy. So I'm just pretty proud right now, and it's pretty cool. So I want you to get to that point too. And the only way to get to that point is practice, right? Dial in your settings, practice, and again, the point of the video is knowing what is good and what is not good, okay? And I didn't even think about this till now, but I have one white cup left. Let's do this real quick. A lot of you, my video retention is only like 5 minutes. You fuckers watch for 5 minutes and then click off. So you miss some good stuff, especially at the end. I do a lot of cool things at the end of my videos that y'all miss out on. So if you're still here watching, congratulations. You get to see more interesting stuff. But anyway, look, this is one I did, and this is not a bad engraving. This is going to clean up great, but excuse me, this is going to take me more time because this one was done at a lower power, and I guarantee when I hit it with the cloth, well, I don't say guarantee, I'll probably make myself a liar, but if I hit this one with just a cloth, it's probably going to have residue on it that I'm going to have to hit with a toothbrush or the magic eraser. So let's see. Oh, I'm shaking the box. Nah, this one's not too bad. That's my last one that I didn't do this way, so I'm not going to clean it all the way, just so you can see. Yeah, there's some residue there. So, it's not bad. And I could, there you go, right there, there's some. I could probably hit this harder with that cloth and it would probably come off. But right there, there's still some residue, right? Down in those cracks, there's still some. And right there, they're perfect. You can see the lines. Now, a lot of people, when they see these on the internet too, someone will post, hey, how do I get rid of these lines? You really need a close-up. So sometimes I'll ask you guys for a close-up picture, because if you overcook it, it can look just like that. Or if you under-engrave it, it can look just like that, right? So you got to be able to determine which is which. Now, one way you can tell is take your fingernail and scrape it. Just a little bit. You're not going to hurt it. If it's a burn mark, it's not going to come off. If it's residue, see the shiny bit? That's where my fingernail was. If it's residue, it's going to come off. So now, what I would normally do is I would hit it again, grab my toothbrush, give her a little scrubby scrub. Now the toothbrush is still good sometimes for engravings that have like a lot of little divots like this. Doing my thing I do now, I've been able to get it out of there with the cloth, which is pretty cool, but I'm still going to be double checking that. So you hit it with toothbrush, give it a little wipe, take your wet, mine, it's wet because I've been using it, but my magic eraser, and I kind of like to use the magic eraser as a polisher, honestly. I just go over it like this, and it just makes sure that you got all the crap off of it. One thing you don't want to do, guys, if you notice, even when I'm wiping, I'm always going with the grain of the stainless steel. I've said this lots, and I've seen people do it, and I don't get it. They'll take their thing, and they'll just scrape the shit out of it this way. Even the magic eraser, if you go this way against the grain, it's going to scratch it up. You're going to see the little micro scratches on there, like when you detail your car. Sometimes even worse. So, when you're doing your engraving, okay, this is the natural state. Where's my damn pointer? Alright. This is the natural state of the stainless steel before it's powder coated. Your engraving should look exactly like this. Nothing different. The powder coating was done on this plain cup. Here it is. You're lasering off the powder coating, so you should return it back to this state. If your engraving does not look like this, you did it wrong. You need to redo it. And as you can see, Mine looks like that, right? It's just an extension of that. That's what you're after. So, as I said in the beginning, success, not success in life, but success in engravings, that's how. You want your engraving to look exactly like the rim. If it doesn't, you're putting out shit product. Stop it. Stop hurting America. Okay? Do a good job. If you need help, ask for it. Don't sell anything that's not perfect. That's it. Have a good day, guys.